They say God gives you a vision to see that it has to be something bigger than you. People often ask what inspires me, what keeps me up at night, how I continue to rise above when the odds are stacked against me, why I work so hard, why I'm so positive, why I dream so big, why quitting is never an option, who's my light in the darkness. Really, what's the driving force behind what I do? The truth is, I've never had to look very far for that answer. All my life, it's been right in front of me. I've always just put the pieces together.
Hey bro,
What's up, man?
how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just making every day count.
That's awesome, man. Hey, so for those that don't know you and your mom and your relationship, just tell me a little bit about your upbringing and your relationship with your mom.
Okay, Kev, I'm honestly not supposed to be here, sitting right in front of you right now. I mean, raising a child in this world is the hardest job there is.
Yeah.
You know, feeding, clothing, teaching right from wrong, supporting emotionally and financially. Raising a child as a single parent is even tougher.
Yeah.
And then there's raising a boy as a single mom, which is almost impossible. You know, and you're telling a woman who has never been a man to guide her son through manhood.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't imagine how daunting of a challenge that is.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, and being a parent isn't something that can be measured by salary.
Yeah.
You know, it can't be acquired as a skill at a university.
Yeah.
It can't be learned in a book.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing that always stuck with me that replays in my mind is that she was all in, all out, every day. And, you know, they say, you know, don't place all your eggs in one basket. You know, give yourself options, option A, option B, option C. The way my mom raised me is she didn't have an option B.
Yeah.
You know, she put all her eggs in one basket, and that one basket was raising me.
Yeah.
And she was very unapologetic in that approach to raising me.
Yeah.
And, you know, they always say it's impossible until it's done.
Yeah.
You know, and she did it all.
Awesome.
And to this day, honestly, Kev, I can't tell you how she did it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I can tell you that she opened the door for me.
That's awesome, Andra. That's so great. If you could just explain your mother in one word, and you may have a bunch of words and things that you want to say about her, but if you could just describe her in one word, what would you say?
Without hesitation, sacrifice. And there's this one book that I read, you know, about a year ago, and it's the only book that I've read cover to cover more than once.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most powerful books I've ever read because it's spoken into my life and how my mother raised me. And there's an excerpt from this book that really paints a perfect picture of what the word sacrifice means. And I want to read it, you know, for you.
Sure.
So it says, here's the thing about sacrifice. When you do it right, the person you're doing it for should never know what you gave up for him. Let me tell you a story. I once talked to Ryan Seacrest about hosting and asked him for some advice. He shared with me the advice that Dick Clark had given him. He told me, people should look at you hosting and think they can do it too. They should watch what you're doing and think it looks easy, that they could just walk off the street and step into your job. That's how you know you're good at hosting, because it's a lot harder than people think. You're balancing between what people are saying in your earpiece, looking at scripts, interviewing talent, dealing with the crowd, connecting with the audience, holding your mic, looking at the camera, articulating your speech. It's a very complicated art form. But if you're a good host, no one will have any idea that any of that is going on behind the scenes. I think that lesson is very applicable to being a good parent. My mom made raising me look easy. I never looked at her and thought that she was struggling, or that raising me was complicated or challenging for her. She did a good job of shielding me from the difficult emotional side of what she had to do, from the challenges that she was facing every day. I'm sure my mother had some really tough times, but she never had any breakdowns in front of me. She never made me feel like I was a burden in her life. I never understood until later how much she was doing for my sake. Because of that, I grew up with a real sense of security. Security and stability, along with love, are the best gifts you can give a child. Sacrifice is about making sure the people you love have what they need to succeed in life, even if you have to go without. Because when they succeed, you succeed. And when they win, you win. And with that being said, Kev, we've rised above. My mom and I have rised above the expectation that was placed on my life by society, and we're gonna keep winning.
So, Andre, I just want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
What are the biggest life lessons that your mom, Lisa, has taught you?
Well, when I look at parenting, I mean, even though I'm not a parent, every decision that you make creates the world that shapes your child's life. One of the biggest life lessons she's ever taught me was surround yourself with positive people and never give up. And what I mean by that is, if you hang out with 4 broke people, you're the 5th. And I don't mean that in a monetarily way. I mean that in a mindset way.
Yeah.
What you think. And, these are the people that believe that they own all the world's problems. These are the people that want you to win, but never more than them.
Yeah.
These are the people that make excuses instead of taking action. And what my mom did is she removed me from those negative voices that would have held me back. So what she did at a very young age is she guided and influenced my decision-making process. So when I was old enough to understand the power of association, I made the right choices. And the other thing that she taught me, which is one of the biggest life lessons I think anyone could ever teach a young man, is how to treat a woman.
Yeah.
She's always said to me, she said, Andre, treat women the way you want a man to treat me.
Yeah.
And I've always led with that. And because of that, I'm going to be a better father and a better husband in the future.
That's right.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out.
I do want to congratulate Lisa for getting into the 50 Club. This is not an exclusive club. Many things have to go right, starting with health and faith, to get into this club. But you bring another significant value that many people don't have: selflessness. For over 20 years of your life, you raised one of the most incredible human beings that will make a difference in this world today. I know many people in this room would love to model their kids after him. I know I do. So I want to congratulate you on being one of the most incredible moms I have ever met in my lifetime. And happy birthday, and may God bless you for many more.
What do you say to the biggest influence in your life? What do you say to someone who cares more about you than she does herself? What do you say to someone who's believed in you when no one did? What do you say to someone who changed your life from what it could have been? What do you say to someone that's allowed you to stop existing and start living? Thank you for allowing me to live in your yes. Because of your platform, I stand taller. I am who I am because of the woman you are. I've never believed in real life superheroes until I understood your sacrifice. And the biggest blessing in my life that there will ever be is the day that God chose me to be your son. And the significance of this photo is that when you put the pieces together, there is no me without you. Mom, I honor you today and every day for your strength, your courage, your beauty, your confidence, and most importantly, your heart. I will spend the rest of my life making you proud. Today is just the beginning. Mom, this is going to be the best year yet. I'm continuing to pray for your increase. Keep shining your light because the world needs it. I love you more than anything in the world, probably more than you'll ever know. Happy 50th birthday.
In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times.